welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to give best tasting sugar cookie icing a try, okay? In my last video I made sugar cookies for Christmas, and I said the very next video I'm going to do is ice them. So here we are, we're going to set up to do the icing. I don't have a lot of Pro Tools and stuff, fancy piping equipment, etc. But I am going to do this anyway to show you that you can use what you have and think outside the box. You can do this too. If I can, you can, okay? So here we go. Not to worry, the recipe will be in the description box of this video. So, just enjoy the video and know that the directions are down. Okay, so first off we have 6 cups of powdered sugar. This is also called icing sugar for icing, you know. Confectioner sugar. Just Google powdered sugar and it'll give you the terminology for your part of the world, what you recognize it as. This yields about 24 ounces. So we're going to make the main icing and then we're going to separate it and color some of it, etc. 6 cups of powdered sugar. To that you add 1/4 cup of milk. I have half a cup measured out here because that is the upper limit of what you'll need. So you add about half of that to start with, 1/4 cup, just to get it mixing there, and then you add 1 tablespoon at a time until you get the consistency you want. Now it says to use a beater on a stand mixer or an electric beater set, but because powdered sugar is so light, it'll just fly all over the place. So I'm using a spoon right now just to get the mixture going. And I gotta tell you, it's not, that 1/4 cup didn't do much, so I'm gonna add the rest of it in. That's half a cup, and let's see where we go from there, because it's nowhere near what you need in order to use this as icing. As you can see, it's rather thick. See that you can't do anything with that. So we're gonna need to add more milk. Let's see. This is not really mixing a whole lot better. And that's a whole half cup of milk in there. I'm going to have to add more milk. I'll measure out another half cup. And I promised on my channel that I would show you mistakes and all, just to prove that you know, we're not all perfect, and don't feel bad if things muck up on you. Things always muck up in the kitchen, you know, especially when you're trying new recipes. So please take it easy on yourselves and know that things happen. So let's just give her another shot here. That's about another 1/8 of a cup. The recipe will be in the description box, but as you can see, I'm already straying outside of that. Okay, things are a little more pliable now, so I'm going to break out the electric beaters just to make sure I get a smooth result on the icing. There we go. Alright, let's go. Alright, that's a lot better. Now it is more like icing. As you can see, that is more like what I was expecting. So an electric mixer does help the process totally. However, as I said, starting with dry powdered sugar, that's a recipe for poof. So, okay, to the icing, we add quarter cup of light corn syrup, and I have this here, Lily White corn syrup by Crown, and that is in an effort to keep the icing as white as possible. Because normal corn syrup has molasses in it, which is dark, okay? So it'll darken your icing. What we want is a white icing and then the colors that you choose, not to darken it with the ingredients. This is a quarter cup of light corn syrup going in, and that of course will be mixed in as well. Spatula out here to get the rest of the corn syrup out of the cup. This is the first time I'm trying this icing, guys, so take it easy on me in the comments if it fails or if there's problems. I am trying. Okay, and also we add 2 teaspoons of almond extract. Again, you could sub out for vanilla, but we're trying to keep the icing white, and almond is awesome, and almond is also in the cookies, so it'll echo that. We use 2 teaspoons of almond extract. Okay. Oh, that smells delicious. So there we go. Let's mix that in. Alright, there we go. Now the consistency is much smoother. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, now that is the basic icing recipe. So now what we're going to do is separate it out into a couple of bowls for different colors and leave some of it white for outlining, and some of it will be colored and more of a flood icing that fills in spaces that you've outlined. Of the icing will be colored, different colors, but I do need to reserve quite a bit for outlining. Okay, now I can already see that this basic icing is going to be a little bit wetter than it should be for outlining. So I'm going to add some more icing sugar to thicken this up so that it's going to hold back the flood icing when I do that. So, okay, my 2 main colors that I'm going to want are going to be red and green. It's Christmas after all. So let's start with the red. and you add a drop at a time until you get the color you are looking for. That's 4 or 5. 5 drops. Let's see what that does. Try and get this in frame so you can see it. 6, 7, 8 drops. 9. 9 drops of red. Now the recipe suggests using gel color. I could not find any gel food coloring locally. They probably all been sold out because I was late getting to my baking. 9, 10, 11, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16. Alright, 16 drops. I want it more red. This is kind of a pink. I want red. Red, red, red. There we go. That's okay, guys, I'm back. To save some time on video, I went ahead and mixed the other colors off camera. Process is the same, just add drops of color until you get the color you want. So I have green, red, and blue, and the consistency is syrupy, like it's like corn syrup. Okay, that's your flood icing. That's filling the spaces that you outline. So you want it to be fluid like that so it can settle into the space you're using. Now, I've gone ahead also and started some of this to show you how it works. I did the first one here, the star. You simply outline the shape you want. Well, this is the outline. And then you just add the color in the middle. I've done this one. I'll show you how to add the color. Let's go with red. And you just simply take a teaspoon and flood it in the middle. Okay? Now you don't need a ton, so just gently ease it up to the edges of the outline. These should dry overnight at least. They will dry, but make sure they're thoroughly dry before you stack them or pack them in a gift basket, just to be sure. But they will dry to a shiny texture because of the corn syrup. Now that's how you do that. Let's try this one. This is a 2-color one. This is Santa's boots. So on the bottom is going to be red. At least in all the pictures I've seen they are. Whoa! A little bit of a mess. Too much on the spoon. That's okay. gently coax it through to the toe of the boot, like so. Clean up the excess. My hands have been washed. And once again, I'll remind you, these are homemade, so if there's the odd flub here and there, guess what? That's what homemade means. They're not perfect because we're just human, right? Oh, there we go. Close enough for government work, okay? Anyway, I hope you have fun decorating your cookies. I'm going to have fun decorating the rest of the cookies I've got baked up. But that is the basics. The recipe will be in the description box. You can do as I did. Just modify here and there, add a little more milk, add a little more icing sugar. The outline icing should be the consistency of like toothpaste. It's got to hold back that flood icing, and the flood icing is supposed to be like corn syrup. It's supposed to flood. It's supposed to be more fluid. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Merry Christmas, guys. Have a good one.